Be a part of the best pro wrestling podcast today by supporting the Going In Raw Patreon. You can enjoy access to the live taping of the show, exclusive merchandise, and patron-only episodes, and so much more. Support Going In Raw today. Click the link in the description. Hey, friendo, Steve here.
And Larson.
And welcome to Going In Raw, the only pro wrestling podcast you can be listening to right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. This is the Dirt Sheet Larsons. This is where we take all the pro wrestling news, what little of it is out there.
Yes, it's a slow news week.
Yeah, so we bring it all together in one place. We had it was a heavy Monday. Like when you were gone, it was a heavy day.
Of course, I wasn't here, and it was a busy news day.
Paige talking about coming back. Eva Marie officially gone. And Enzo, more details on his heat. But this isn't Monday, it's Friday.
Yeah, it's Friday, and apparently the weekend started early in the world of wrestling news because there wasn't much.
No, not at all. But we've got some things to go over. And like I was saying, we're right here at youtube.com/Steve and Larson. Wherever fine podcasts are available as well, be sure to hit that subscribe and download button. And visit us on the Patreon at patreon.com/Steve and Larson. We get at the $5 a month mark. You get 3 live streams per week where we talk about Raw, SmackDown, and NXT 205 Live. Now we are doing on SmackDown live streams Chat Trivia.
Yes.
Gustavo Gama, the first Chat Trivia winner.
Champion.
Now he is eliminated from future winnings.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, oh yeah. Once you've won. Because here's the thing. If it's a matter of your internet being a little on the slow side, that shouldn't disqualify you. Granted, life isn't fair. However, once you've won once, that's good. You're good. You don't need to win anymore. So now he is eliminated.
How about this?
Once
a month, Tournament of Champions.
Oh, I like that. That's
so all
good.
the winners for the month. Granted, there's only 4
That's
of them.
4.
Make it every 2 months, bi-monthly.
Okay,
8.
all right.
The 8 competitors who've won that month. Tournament of Champions. Whoever is, let's do it quarterly. That way, it's every quarter we can crown a new champion.
I feel like you're now like
annually every year. That's only 52 people.
I start doing trivia chat. That's more people we have in chat. Chat trivia, and then you came in and are corrupting it now with your Tournament of Champions. It's a good idea. I like Tournament of Champions because on Jeopardy's we're all smart people.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. We're also Pro Wrestling Tees, ProWrestlingTees.com/Going In Raw. We've maxed out our designs.
Yeah,
we can have right now.
Look, man, if you want buying more designs, you got to start buying more shirts.
Then we can do Cold Water Larson.
We don't control the sales.
No,
we don't.
Cold Water Larson. Once we unlock a new design, Cold Water Larson will go up.
Is that next?
Yeah, that'll be next. That'll be next.
Not black and white Going In Raw logo.
No,
Cold Water Larson.
The people have demanded it so far. Been throwing cold water on their wants.
Here's what I have to say about the
But I'm fresh off vacation. I'm reasonably relaxed and somewhat refreshed.
Here's what I feel about the Cold Water Larson design.
Not gonna
happen. Anyways, let's talk about the news.
Yes. Yeah. First, the major story that's happened since Monday.
Big, actually.
Since Monday, yeah, it's huge.
It's pretty big.
Is Ronda Rousey coming to the WWE?
She can be the new Brock Lesnar.
Could be. This past Tuesday, Fightful.com issued a report about Ronda Rousey potentially, possibly, maybe working with WWE in the near future, saying, quote, Fightful.com was told Tuesday morning that Ronda Rousey has expressed interest in a pro wrestling run and has went as far as learning some of the basics from a WWE superstar. An employee backstage in WWE told us that Rousey spoke to Triple H to set up her appearance with her fellow 4 Horsewomen members at the Mae Young Classic. And according to sources, WWE has referred Rousey and company to current superstar Brian Kendrick for training purposes in Southern California.
Yeah. So we watched a little video where the fellow who broke this from Fightful, we'll link the description of the video, expanded on this a little bit more.
Yeah.
And sort of went and talked about the other 3 of the 4 horsewomen that isn't Ronda Rousey.
Yeah.
Of course, Shayna Baszler is going to be
in the Mae Young Classic.
Yeah. Goes pretty far too. All right, spoiler alert.
Yeah,
you're supposed to do spoiler alert beforehand. And then the other one, Kate Baseman, Baz something or another. She's in training also.
Yes.
And then Roderick Strong's wife,
yes,
is going to be fighting Bobby Roode at Takeover.
Yes, to defend the honor of her husband
and their weird kid. Yeah, so she's interested too because I guess her MMA career, according to him at Fightful, didn't take off the way everybody thought it would.
Yeah.
So that's fun. So yeah, I mean, this we've said before that we don't see Ronda Rousey like, what is she going to go up through NXT? Is she going to do the NXT developmental circuit there in Florida first, and then go up to TV, get a brand new name, a brand new gimmick?
Yeah,
like maybe she'll accompany the new Deuce and Domino,
could be
the Metro Brothers to the ring.
Yeah,
she can do that.
Yeah.
No, if this is probably going to be a Mania thing, probably an 8-man tag match. Maybe,
but if it's something that she's serious about, and we have 6 months till Mania, I would think a match against Charlotte wouldn't be out of.
What about this match against Charlotte at Mania at Survivor Series? Because Survivor Series you get 4-on-4.
Pro Wrestling's 4 horsewomen against MMA's 4 horsewomen.
That's a big mouth. That's a mouth.
I think I did okay, didn't I?
No, you did okay. You did good. Okay, so let's look at the end game though. This could be This could be huge. This could be huge. Because here's the thing. We've said before, it's obvious. So she's not going to go full-time WWE schedule. That's ridiculous. Those schedules are absolutely cartoonish.
Yeah, 250 days a year you're wrestling.
But look at Brock Lesnar's schedule.
Yeah, that's I wouldn't mind working that schedule.
I wouldn't mind working that schedule at all. Hey, you want me to come in and going in Raw today? $5 million or whatever it is. What is this per appearance at this point? I don't know. It's probably a couple $100,000
at least, yeah,
per appearance. Then he gets a big chunk for Mania.
Downside guarantee,
exactly. So that kind of schedule, she could totally do. You have 2 women's big belts.
Yeah,
put one of them on Ronda.
Yeah,
but
don't do it right away.
Don't do it right away. But at Mania, you could do it at Mania. Why not? That's huge. She can get big money in the WWE.
Oh, yeah. Dave Meltzer, the Wrestling Observer newsletter, spoke about this briefly. Had this to add. Quote, the company is very high on the horsewoman versus horsewoman idea. Of course, Rousey and the rest of MMA's 4 horsewomen had a bit of a back and forth between WWE's 4 horsewomen during one of the Mae Young Classic shows. When that episode airs, I'm sure they make a huge deal about it.
Oh yeah, big time. It looked cool too, like little screenshots.
Yeah, they were like across the aisle from each other.
Yeah, you know what I really like when they do that? I like when Bailey is getting in the mix.
Yeah,
because she's like supposed to be cool, or she's supposed to be like nice and stuff.
Yeah,
but then she's like acting like a badass and like not wrestling gear. Yeah. It's cool. It's just a cool image.
It is cool. Meltzer continues, and most figure the next chapter will be at the September 12th show in Vegas. That is the Mae Young Classic tournament final. It's going to be live, I believe, on the network September 12th.
Yeah.
So, my phone just fell in my pocket again.
I love that it's Brian Kendrick.
I know.
The one training them. He's like, you don't want to mess with Becky Lynch. She's a clown. And then he's like, shows a picture of her in clown gear.
Let's see, I'll teach you how to be the woman with the plan.
Woman with the plan. That's a good one. I like that. That was good. So he gives them all like luminescent pants.
I know.
Yeah. It's not luminescent. What is
iridescent.
It? Iridescent.
He has the best pants in all of wrestling.
He really does.
They're fantastic.
Yeah.
Week in and week out, best pants in all of wrestling.
See, this is the great thing about having you back is that I can sit here and just say, yeah.
You can just,
I know you're kidding so easily enough now. I'm like, yeah, I know. Totally.
And you're not even paying attention.
No idea what you're saying.
I feel like you need to go on vacation from your phone.
Don't tell me about it. I know it's really bad.
It was awesome when I was on vacation, and most of the time I turned my phone on every morning to check my email. Otherwise, left it off the entire time.
Yeah,
and it was nice.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I could do that.
Anyways, back to the story. Ronda Rousey, WWE. That'd be huge if things played out like we spoke about. Horsewoman versus horsewoman at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Rousey versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. Don't even have to put the belt on the line then. Let her have that match. Let her kind of get a taste of WWE as a competitor. And then if she likes it, then yeah, Lesnar schedule. Build up to Rousey versus Asuka, WrestleMania 35. Something like that.
I would say I like that. I would say see how she does in the ring. If she's credible at all, then put that belt on her immediately. Come on, are you kidding me? It's Ronda Rousey.
No, I understand. That'd be great.
It's Ronda Rousey.
Here's my attitude. It's going to make a huge mainstream splash when she has her first solo match at WrestleMania 34. You don't need the belt.
Yeah, you do.
You don't.
You absolutely do.
You don't. You have her have her first match without the belt. Then later on, have her wrestle for the belt. You get the double dip.
Yeah. No, you can dip in as many times as you want because she's your champion. That would be so huge. That would be even bigger if she wasn't the champion. We're kind of splitting hairs, but I like putting the belt on her immediately because here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
She would have to be
by putting the belt on her,
a credible wrestler if you're going to do that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That's what I prefaced it with. She has to be a credible wrestler. To like realistically beat Oscar or Charlotte, she has to be an incredible wrestler. But here's the thing. Once you put the belt on, this is why I say you put the belt on her immediately. And I know comments are like, you can't do that. No, you can't do it because it's wrestling. Here's why you do it. Because if she just shows up, then in the minds of that mainstream crowd, she is a dilettante. She is
a visitor.
A visitor. Put the belt on her. She's the face of your company at that point, to a degree. She is now linked to your company in a way that a tourist wouldn't be.
Here's the problem, though. You could have the Lesnar effect, too, where Lesnar, when he returned, people liked him.
Yeah.
People are into him showing up, destroying people, then going away for a few months. It was fine. Once they put the belt on him, that started to change. People want the champions around. People want to see them often. Yeah,
but Ronda Rousey's going to really enjoy being there, so she'll be around. She'll be around. She'll be around more than Lesnar because I think she just likes the look. She's not going to be. She'll do the MSG house show. She'll do. She's not going to be going off. She's not going to be in the Sacramento Golden One Center house show. She's not going to be doing that. But she'll do the MSG house show.
What percentage of TVs will she do?
What percentage of TVs does Lesnar do right now?
30% maybe.
He don't even do 30%.
That's 15 a year.
I think he does like...
He probably does 15.
15? Okay, all right. She could do 30.
Do you think Rousey would do half? That's 26.
Yeah. Yeah.
That might be enough.
Yeah. Every other Raw? Are you kidding me? Of course it is. That's perfect. I mean, she doesn't need to be there during the doldrums of... freaking between
Mania and
Money in the Bank and SummerSlam and Mania and Mania and SummerSlam. Mania to Money in the Bank.
Yeah, especially.
She don't need to be there. Give her a match at the post. What is it? Backlash, the post Mania one. Give her a match there. I mean, that's also the thing about the brand split is that if you dial back your pay-per-view so they're not every other week, then that would help things also.
Oh, it would, but that's not going to happen.
No, that's not going to happen. They love their pay-per-views.
They do.
Yeah. But, no, are you kidding me? 26 dates a year? Absolutely. Absolutely.
Not including pay-per-views, of course.
Not including pay-per-views. And on top of that, here's the thing. Here's the other thing about that is that we're not just talking about Ronda Rousey. She has proxies. She has 3 proxies. Yeah. And so, Ronda might not be there herself, but you tell me like Shayna Baszler, she's in the Mae Young Classic. You think she's not going to be around all the time?
Oh, she'll be around all the time.
Yeah, she's looking to be a full-time superstar. So now she has your proxy. It's like when Paul Heyman shows up and Lesnar's not there. It's like Lesnar's there,
Yeah.
So, boom, there you go. Money to be made for everybody. Ronda Rousey, dude, that could bring in a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be huge.
It would be massive.
I mean, I honestly think that she'd have a bigger time or a more difficult time mastering the promo over the wrestling stuff.
Could be.
You just stick to your MMA and don't actually bend arms back.
Yeah, no.
You know
That's
what I
just
mean?
relearning muscle memory at that
point.
point.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's like same with CM Punk when he was learning to do MMA. He said the hardest thing for him at one point at least was not worrying about protecting his opponent.
Yeah.
So, moving on with the news. Hey, Steve. Where's Dolph been?
Who?
Dolph.
Who's that?
Dolph.
I don't know what that means.
Dolph Ziggler.
What is that?
Former world champion.
Who?
Dolph.
Dirk Diggler?
Dolph.
Eddie Adams.
No.
From Torrance.
No. So he hasn't been on TV since July 4th, the Independence Day Battle Royal. So that's more than a month he's been off TV. So ever since, even before he signed his last contract, there's been speculation about whether he's going to stick around WWE for a while.
He wants to be a touring comedian.
We're getting to that. We have power rankings coming up. And that was only amplified this past June when Shinsuke Nakamura was playing some word association with Renee Young, and she said, Dolph. And, you know, he said part of what his response was, quote, he's such a good wrestler. If he goes to Japan, probably soon. But then he continued. He took a long pause, and Renee Young says, oh, breaking news here. And then Nakamura said, I want to wrestle him again. So I think the probably soon was attached to the I want to wrestle him again.
Yeah, no, he was getting through his English right there. I mean, you know, it's obviously not his first
time. I mean, that story, if we had non-news back then, would have been non-news.
Oh, that would have been huge non-news.
Huge non-news. But anyways.
No, you don't get to decide what's non-news. I would have chosen that.
Well, I just brought it up.
Don't say we.
I brought it up.
Please
you said yes. So in that sense, we. Yes.
Moving
on with the story. This is actually real news on this show.
Whoa. Hold on a second. Can we, behind the scenes, can we clarify, where did you get this news from originally?
From non-news.
You poached it from non-news.
Because there is a little bit of a story here. Kind of.
Yeah.
So anyways, that line from Talking Smack had some people talking about whether Dolph could go to Japan at some point.
Yeah.
Anyways, on this past week on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer did talk about Dolph's status. And so the reason he was missing TV was not because he was on his way out the door. It's just because creative had nothing for him.
Yeah, pretty much.
So
SmackDown's a packed show.
It really is.
They need that third hour, man. They don't have room for Dolph. They don't have room.
At least with
they
Talking
put Ty and Sammy in a tag team together.
No, I think that's a good. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea.
I don't like throwing together tag teams.
But if they stay together for a while, then it's not a thrown together thing. It's two people coming together to make opportunity for themselves.
What did you say? Two people doing what?
Coming together. This
is why I like having you back, because I can't just say that joke on my own and not just come off like a creep. Anyways, continue.
Anyways, continue. You made me lose my train of thought now.
I did that all the time when you were gone. It sucked. Let's see here.
I'm coming off a sleepless night 2 days or a day and a half ago. So,
yeah,
I know that
world
is.
tiniest.
Oh
I hate this so much. This is
so
too rude.
It is.
Why would anybody do this?
Condescending is what it is.
It is.
I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just saying, hey, I might.
You know my favorite thing?
Be completely here because I'm short on sleep.
You know my favorite thing?
What
Alabama does is mock people who cry. She'll see somebody on the TV crying and she'll go, crying. Like, I know, Bama. They're weak.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyways, no. So, speaking of Dolph, yeah, so his contract apparently is coming up soon.
Already?
Yeah.
Because, did you just sign a one-year deal then?
I don't know.
Because remember when he was in that, wasn't it because the retirement match? With the I Quit match. No, retirement match.
Yeah.
Loser, like if he lost the match for the Intercontinental title at No Mercy last year, he's going to leave. And I thought around then his contract was up, but I could be mixing up two things.
I know storyline, at least his contract was up, and they were doing the behind, like the backstage Instagram thing.
That he could leave, yeah.
It wouldn't surprise me if he signed a one-year deal.
Yeah.
Because he's talked a lot about, you know, when his pro wrestling career is done, you know, he's done. What has he done? He's
done
like
before.
A comedy show, like stand-up stuff. So it wouldn't surprise me if at that point he was just on a like year-to-year thing. You know,
perfect time to segue to some power rankings.
Nice power rankings.
What will Dolph do next?
You know what sucks is that like power rankings by myself, they're really difficult.
Yeah,
because like you have to like somebody said somebody said power rank cereal. That's easy. Boom. What's your number one?
Yeah, Frosted Mini Wheats.
Frosted Mini Wheats.
Yeah,
that's correct.
Best.
Yeah,
2 is Cinnamon Life.
Oh, I'm not down with that.
Cinnamon Life is great.
Well, yeah. After Mini Wheats, we diverged greatly.
What's 2 for you?
It's kind of a new find. Raisin Bran Crunch.
You've just discovered that?
I didn't know there was Crunch. I knew there was Raisin Bran.
But the Crunch, yeah, that's been around for a long time.
Oh, it's so good.
It's a little too sweet for my
taste.
I can
eat it and eat it and eat it. But Cinnamon Life isn't?
Oh, it is, but I don't need it anymore.
Oh, it's good.
Cinnamon Life is my favorite growing up.
So it's like, I forget the order exactly. Mini Wheats is number 1.
Yes.
Oh, no, I think Rice Krispies is number 2. What's wrong with Rice Krispies?
There's nothing to it. You're eating air is what you're eating.
It tastes good.
You're eating air.
It's so good.
Do you put anything on it?
Dude, I don't eat cereal to fill up. It's a light snack.
What do you put anything on your Rice Krispies?
No. This is good.
There's no flavor there.
Yeah, there is.
No, there's
Rice
not.
is very distinctive Rice Krispie flavor.
You're eating air.
All right, stop criticizing. Number 3.
It's a waste of a choice.
Oh, you're going to hate my next ones, too. So that's number 2. Number 3, I think, might be Raisin Bran Crunch.
Okay, that's fine.
Number 5.
At least there's flavor there.
Number 5. Number 5 is my favorite, though.
What?
Grape Nuts.
Yeah, you love Grape Nuts. I don't have a problem with them. I just don't eat them.
Grape Nuts is good only with, like, really cold milk.
Yeah.
And then, like, before you're done with the bowl, it just starts tasting not good.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very short window.
So one would be for me probably Frosted Mini Wheats. 2, Cinnamon Life. 3, Heart to Heart. You ever had that?
The fuck? No.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh, it sounds terrible.
No, it's like Cheerios, but with actual flavor.
Cheerios. Oh, Honey Nut Cheerios. Well, you're talking about Honey Nut Cheerios.
Kind of.
Because Honey Nut Cheerios is Cheerios with flavor.
Yeah, but they're not Honey Nut Cheerios. But it's comparable. Yes.
Okay.
4.
Honey Bunch of Oats is good too.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Ulysses mentioned that one.
That's not bad. What else is there? I used to eat a lot.
And then like either Frost. What's the You're Great? Frosted Flakes?
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I used to eat Chex a lot. No, not Chex. Crispex.
Oh, Chex is good.
Crispex were good. but they used to always say that they never got soggy. I would let them sit in milk. I like soggy cereal growing up.
You're the Antichrist. That's the worst.
Oh, I love soggy.
Soggy cereal.
When I was growing up, I loved soggy cereal. So I used to pour a bowl of Crispex, put milk in there, and let it sit for like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So they get soggy.
You should do a picture like, Trump does with his KFC or whatever he's eating on Air Force One. Shows him. What has he got? Like a freaking, like some nasty ass KFC. I can't stand KFC. It's like sitting there. He's got like a fucking fork and knife like an asshole. You just do that with soggy cereal.
It's like the
and he looks so happy.
It's like the episode of Seinfeld where George eats a candy bar with a knife and fork.
Yeah, exactly. Flipping weirdos. All right, power rankings. Where 5 places Dolph will go next. Where is he going to go after the WWE?
Number 1, the Comedy Store in L.A.
He's going to...
Or Laugh Factory, one of the two.
He'll be on Tuesdays. John Lovett's on Wednesdays.
Yes.
That's still one... Oh, we're going to L.A. soon. I'm going to see if John Lovett's is playing.
That'd be great.
I'd love to take Lacey to go see John Lovett's. Yeah, Comedy Store.
Laugh Factory.
Laugh Factory. There you go.
One of the major comedy clubs in L.A. That's where he's going.
Who was talking about CM Punk saying that he should go to Ring of Honor? Bully Ray on Sirius Radio said if CM Punk should go. There's one place CM Punk needs to go if he wants to get back in wrestling, and it is in New Japan. Mm-hmm. Are you kidding? Dude, give me a break.
That'd be massive.
He would be Bullet Club for life.
Yeah, he would.
That would be amazing. Not Ring of Honor. One of our friendos in the I forget who, and I apologize, mentioned that they either went or they saw a Ring of Honor show on the Fight TV app. I think they went to it. And they said that they were disappointed because the fans apparently just mark out during the meet and greet. And then when they go to the show, I've noticed this. The fans are oddly docile or mellow, whatever.
Yeah. The show at all?
They don't when you watch the show. That's why I couldn't really get into it. Like you watch those old ECWs, the crowd's crazy.
Yeah.
But you watch the Ring of Honors, and they're just like there was the pay-per-view that I watched was Adam Cole versus Chris Daniels.
Yeah, the anniversary show.
Yeah. And you watch, and everything Adam Cole says, you can hear clear as day, and he's not even really talking loud, and people are just like.
But there were spots during that show where the crowd was into it.
Yeah, the Kazarian bit, the reveal at the end, they were into it, but it wasn't they didn't reach a fever pitch.
No,
it was oh, cool. I'm not crapping on Ring of Honor crowds. If you're in the Ring of Honor crowd, and I'm talking about you right now, and you're watching the show, I apologize. I don't mean to offend you. I'm just saying when I watched it, I just really didn't see people being into it.
Next place, we're going to see Dolph. Number 2, a Judd Apatow movie.
Oh, yeah. Do you think him and Amy Schumer broke up on good terms?
I don't know.
Maybe.
That's a good question, though.
Yeah. That could be all of the difference right there.
Could be.
Maybe.
That could be the difference.
That's a good one, though. Judd Apatow movie. I like neither of these so far.
3.
3. Oh,
who's an indie comedy auteur?
An indie comedy auteur?
Yeah.
Well, like a Louis C.K.?
No.
Indie comedy. Oh, a Mark Duplass movie.
There you go.
No, a Mark Duplass straight to Netflix TV show.
There you go.
That's what it would be. Mark Duplass. Tell me they wouldn't go great together.
Yeah, they would.
I love Mark Duplass.
Yeah, he's good.
That dude's prolific as shit.
Yeah, he is.
That guy could just literally go out with an iPhone, get a movie on Netflix the next day.
I know. It's insane. 4. Will he wrestle if he were to leave WWE?
Oh, now we're getting into wrestling.
Yeah.
At 4, we're getting into wrestling.
We can save it till 5 if you have a better answer for 4.
Well, dude, I don't want him to go to Ring of Honor. I don't know. People keep on asking. You guys need to cover
Lucha
Ring of Honor.
Underground.
Maybe I'll cover Ring of Honor. I don't want him to go there. Nobody should go there. You know what Lucha Underground reminds me of? That's so rude. Nobody should go there. I heard they had a great show last night. Solomon Crow, Jeremiah Crane is his name on the show.
Oh, okay.
And Mil Muertes had a match, and apparently it was off the hook.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's great. You've sung its praises. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's good wrestling.
It's just whenever I hear about, why can't this guy go to the WWE? Oh, he's on a Lucha Underground contract. Oh, yeah, so he's not going to be able to wrestle anywhere for 3 years.
How about this? Dolph should go to DDT Pro.
Meanwhile, we don't get to watch him on TV.
DDT Pro.
Can he wrestle some of the? Can he take the place of Kota Ibushi?
Before I did get my mind, because you put on some video you saw on Twitter
Compilation
that looked like DDT Pro, like goofy bits.
It's the best.
It's pretty funny. All with Kota Ibushi in it,
and it's all.
And a lot of it was pretty funny.
Oh, it's so anytime a grown man, and he's not like a huge guy, rides on a vehicle that's like comically smaller than them, it's best.
It's funny.
It's the best.
No, if Dolph goes back to wrestling, it'll probably be Ring of Honor doesn't seem like a good fit.
Ring of Honor is a good fit for like, I don't know, young indie talent that really just want. I don't know where Ring of Honor is a good fit for. Oh, the Briscoes are. I love the Briscoes. I just feel like the Briscoes have done everything they can do.
I know
they need to go to WWE or something. You know.
I can't think of a prominent or semi. Oh, what am I talking about? What? GFW.
Oh, come on. That's messed up.
GFW. If he goes to wrestling, he's going to go to GFW.
Dude, that's here's the thing. Now that I'm starting to do reviews on GFW here on Going In Raw the channel.
Maybe I'll join you someday.
I want it to do good. But dude,
if they're chomping at the bit, GFW that is, to sign Jack Swagger.
I know.
Don't you think they would fall over themselves to get Dolph?
Oh, they'd get Dolph in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
They'd make him he'd be their Grand Impact champion. I would see the one thing that I would actually really love about you joining me in GFW reviews. Number one, we do it remotely because we don't need to be here to do it.
Yeah.
We wake up on Skype, puffy morning face. Did you watch it? Yeah.
Drinking our coffee.
That's how it'd go. I would love to get your take on the Grand Impact Championship.
Is that the one where they score the fights?
Yes. But it's so silly because it's like Dutch Mantell, heel Bruce Pritchard, and Bruce Pritchard is the weirdest heel ever. Because number one, he's in like literally half the segments on the show. He's in everything, but he's not overly villainous. He's not even villainous.
That's weird.
Like Trevor Lee literally says, okay, it's very Kafka-esque. He's like a Kafka-esque villain. Like Sanjay Dutt is the X Division champion, right? He's a good guy. He's a face, right? Trevor Lee steals his X Division title. They Bruce Pritchard and Tyrus Brodus Clay walk up and they're like in the bowels of the arena or something like that. Trevor Lee or backstage. Trevor Lee's there and he's like, "Hey, what's going on with this?" And Trevor Lee, after a little bit of conversation, just says, "Look, man, I'm just a better champion than he is." And Sanjay Dutt, meanwhile, tries to rush him for his title, and then he's held back by security. And Bruce Pritchard says, "Sanjay, get out of here!" Like he's the bad guy. And then he says, "Trevor, you're good. You can go." But there's nothing overly villainous about it. He's
weird.
Just very low-key dickish. It's really funny. I don't know. It's bizarre. Anyways, we've been talking about this too much. GFW. Yeah, they'd take him. I just don't think Dolph would want to go there. I think Dolph would love to be in a Mark Duplass Netflix show.
Yeah,
I don't think he'd want to go to GFW.
I think entries 1 through 3 are more probable.
Here's the thing. I think you're right.
But I think if he were going to go somewhere else to wrestle,
I think it's going to be New Japan. It would be New Japan to join Bullet Club. That makes all the sense in the world. It does. It totally does.
That fit.
Could you imagine? What if he's been held back all these years?
I know you mentioned that before. I don't know.
Could join Takuchi Japan.
Yeah, that'd be.
Imagine the classics he'd put on with it. You see what Yano did to Juice?
No.
He tied his dreadlocks to the barrier and then ran in for the
count-out win.
Yeah, count-out win. Yeah.
Yeah, Taguchi Japan for Dolph would be good. Apparently, he's got comedy chops.
Yeah. See? Exactly. No, it'd be chaos. Or he'd be with Yano. He could team with Yano.
No, Taguchi Japan's a better choice.
Okay, very good.
Number 4, we need one more. Community theater.
Oh, I'll say off Broadway. What is off Broadway?
Well, it's theater in New York that's not on Broadway.
But it has to be in New York?
Well, I think if you're speaking literally, yes.
Okay, so I
think if we did theater that wasn't in the major theater companies here in Sacramento,
yeah,
you can maybe in a sense, call it off-Broadway.
It's off-Broadway. Me and Larson are doing a two-man show.
I guess
it's off-Broadway.
Anything that's not on any theater that's not on Broadway, New York, is
off-Broadway. If we ever did Going In Raw Live, could we say it's off-Broadway?
Yeah.
It's an off-Broadway show. Okay.
Or we could do it on Broadway here in Sacramento, and it would be a Broadway show.
Do you know how many tangents we've gone on for this episode?
A lot.
It's pretty great.
We haven't talked to each other in like almost a week. So.
Oh, I know. So it's just...
we have a lot of ground to cover.
Mysterio. Rey Mysterio to WWE.
No. So Justin Barrasso, Sports Illustrated, had a story up this week about the rumors of Rey, now that he seems to be done Lucha Underground, going to either WWE or GFW.
Yeah.
And according to his report, Rey Mysterio isn't going to WWE, saying, quote, WWE passed on the legendary luchador as Vince McMahon was not interested in working with Mysterio's representation, specifically Conan. And he talks about how WWE put a lot of money into Conan back when he was with the company. The Max Moon character.
Max Moon, yeah.
And instead Conan just left and went to go wrestle in Mexico again.
Right, yeah. Then they had to get somebody else to be Max Moon.
Yeah.
Who was that? I forget who now.
I don't remember either. Anyways, Wrestling Observer newsletter expounded upon Sports Illustrated story, saying, quote, while they had talked, we'd heard the Mysterio talking with WWE was overblown in the first place and that he was looking at GFW because it would allow him more freedom to do side projects, and Mysterio at this stage of his career isn't going to be able to work the WWE schedule, which makes perfect sense because Mysterio's not old.
Yeah.
He's in his mid-40s, I think.
Yeah.
But he's wrestled a lot.
Yeah, he has. Big time.
A lot.
Yeah.
And I'm sure most people in their 40s, wrestling or not, can't handle 250 days on the road, especially been wrestling already for 20 plus years.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wear and tear on the body.
Yeah, it is totally. There was also some interesting stuff. I guess, I don't know if Wrestling Observer talked to Conan. Somebody talked to Conan. Conan basically said if that was going to preclude, if the WWE dealing with me was going to preclude them signing Rey or get in the way,
then I would got out of the way. Yeah,
I would have stepped aside. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, talk about a bright spot on GFW though. Conan's great. He's fantastic because he leads LAX.
Yeah.
Right. And so he delivers. Nobody else in LAX ever talks except for him. But he's really good.
Yeah.
Like he was good back in WCW.
Yeah.
But man, he is so he's legitimately comes off like kind of a Hollywood villain guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
That's cool.
See, I'm telling you. But GFW has a long way to go.
Yes.
I'm going to talk a lot about GFW and non-news today. For the $5 net patrons.
Usually 90% of non-news is GFW.
So much of it is non-news and GFW.
So I mean, I guess in one sense it would have been kind of neat to see Rey back in WWE because there's imagine him taking on Neville or something like that. But
yeah, I don't want to see it. I mean, no, I don't want to see it.
But do you want to see Rey in GFW?
No, I don't. I think him being a Lucha Underground is great. I just don't know how long Lucha Underground's going to be around for.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's another thing I think Wrestling Observer mentioned was the fact that he's one of their top stars and is getting paid handsomely. His willingness to leave might not speak well to the future health of Lucha Underground.
Yeah, I know. I just look, GFW, I want them to succeed. And succeeding, you're not going to succeed by bringing in mid-40-year-old guys who are like 20 years past their prime. You're not going to succeed doing that. WWE could use Rey, but I don't really want to see Rey on my TV if he's just doing that. Like, I would legit watch. I mean, I'd love to watch Lucha Underground. I just don't have time for it.
Yeah, same here.
But I mean, I think that a place like that would be like something different for him would be good. I just don't know where that would be at this point.
Well, he hasn't been in GFW yet, so that would be different for him.
I know, but it's not. See, GFW is. It's not different. That's the problem with them. They need to be.
But their ring's a different shape.
It's just awkward. You see people trying to figure that out in the ring. They're just so confused.
It's like this. See people run the ropes in there is confusing to me.
They try to run the ropes against the turnbuckle. This doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't.
Anyways, I don't know. Would you guys like to see Rey Mysterio? Like the thing is, it'd be cool like the first time. But remember the first time, like when he re-debuted last time, it was at the Rumble and everybody booed him.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it would be.
Well, it's because he wasn't Daniel Bryan.
I know, but he would come out. Okay, so they would debut him again, and people would pop, and he'd be wearing a T-shirt, and then the next week it'd just be old news because he's slow.
Yeah.
You know? I'm not into it, man. Not into it. I got to transfer this money here.
All right.
So why don't you read some questions?
All right. The first one from the glorious champion, Dylan Haggett.
Glorious!
Hey, guys. Welcome back, Larson. Thank you very much. Can you guys power rank guys with the best merchandise? He has these options available: AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, or John Cena. Finn Balor's number 1. Finn Balor actually has some decent looking merch. That acid wash T-shirt is actually awesome looking.
Yeah, he's got a good.
I'm waiting for that
too.
to be $10, and I'll buy that. So Finn Balor's number 1.
So we can't really speak to quantity yet, but Aleister Black.
No. There's options here. These options. Those are our choices.
You guys power rank guys with the best merch. Why do we have to power rank what he's giving us?
Because that's the challenge. Because by and large, none of these people have good merch.
Can you guys power rank guys with the best merch? AJ. Okay. Well, who'd you say has the best?
Finn.
Balor.
Finn has the best.
Okay. I'm trying to figure out who has the worst. What's worse, uglier or boring? What's worse, ugly or boring? Because Cena's is horribly ugly, but Orton's is horribly boring, and Rollins is actually both.
Yeah. Both should be worst. If the shirts are ugly and boring,
yeah,
that's the worst.
So is worst best. Okay, so worst is 5, and that's Rollins. So it goes Rollins. I say
there's 6 here. 6 here.
I say boring is also worst. So, but I'm going to go with Rollins.
6. Rollins at 6.
Rollins at 6.
Orton at 5.
Then Orton at 5.
Then Cena at 4.
Cena at 4.
Then Nakamura.
Yeah.
At 3.
Yeah.
And then AJ at 2.
Yeah.
And then Finn at 1.
That's a good list. Aleister Black's is the best though.
Yeah, his 2 T-shirts so far are pretty good.
Mario Rocha.
Are you going to buy one?
Yes. Depending. Oh, we're going to be there.
Yeah, on Saturday.
So I'll look then.
Okay.
Good question here from Mario Rocha on the Twitter. Do y'all think Vince is cutting shows and maybe soon talent to make the WWE appealing to potential future buyers? Do you think that's on his mind?
I don't know if it is, but I could see why someone might think that's the case.
Yeah, I know. That's a good observation.
It seems like they've made a couple, not super drastic moves, but some significant cost-cutting moves the last.
Right.
Now, if 205 Live is abruptly canceled, and we see some more cost-cutting moves in that respect, then this might hold some credence.
Yeah, if they make like more drastic.
It was Rich Brennan?
Yeah,
he used to be a commentator or a ring announcer. Sorry for WWE. Who said that he speculated that WME, same company that bought UFC, might be interested in buying WWE or something like that, right?
Yeah, I'd be surprised because WME, like,
they spent like $4 billion.
They spent a ton of money, and just they're barely able to make the interest payment on the UFC's revenue. Maybe just the pay-per-view. I don't know what it is, but so I don't know if they literally could add that to their portfolio. Disney just acquired the streaming service that works with the that facilitates the WWE network, so they can do their own Disney streaming service. I know that the math on that is really, really loose, but Disney.
I don't know if Disney would want.
I think the bottom line is this for me:
to be under their umbrella.
I think you're probably
the other thing.
You're probably right, but here's my thing: there are not a lot of mom and pop shop entertainment conglomerates anymore, and it only stands to reason that WWE will eventually be added to some other giant conglomerate's portfolio.
I think so long as they can retain control, I don't think they would necessarily have a problem selling the company.
I don't even think retaining control would be an issue. Because the thing is, I don't think they would allow themselves to get bought by a giant. Like, you know how those things work.
Yeah,
it's all or nothing, you know. And I think if Disney or whoever, you're probably right about Disney, but if
for example, Kathleen Kennedy runs Lucasfilm. Disney bought Lucasfilm.
Yeah.
So Kathleen Kennedy, granted, she has to answer to the Disney board of directors.
Yeah.
But I don't think what's the name of the guy that runs Disney?
Ike Perlmutter. Oh, Bob Igor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he's.
Well, Ike is the guy. I'm sorry. Ike is the biggest shareholder in Disney.
Yeah.
Because he owned Marvel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bob Igor probably runs it. I have fucking no idea.
I think that's the day-to-day, yeah. But I don't think he's in Kathleen Kennedy's office every day telling her what to do.
Oh, if that's what you mean by retaining control, yes. Absolutely. I think it would be Triple H and Stephanie.
I'm not saying they would maintain control.
Ownership stake.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, they will
control,
whoever buys it will own 50.1% of the company.
Right, yeah.
And they will hold on to a majority control of whatever's remaining of that 49.9%.
Yeah.
I'm sure. If it even works out the way. But I don't know in terms of the stock. Because I think right now the McMahon family probably only needs to own, obviously, 50.1% to maintain control on how much they actually own of it in terms of the actual stock holdings currently.
Yeah.
So I don't even know if that would be possible.
Yeah.
See, then Disney has to go out and buy out a majority of the stockholders who aren't McMahons.
I just think the bottom line is WWE one day is going to be owned by somebody, and it's not the McMahons. I think that's. I mean, I'm not saying tomorrow or the next day, but it's just that's the way. That's the way entertainment companies, huge companies, it's valued at what, 1.6 billion right now?
Something like that, yeah.
Companies that are valued at 1.6 billion, and they're like, they've shown the business savvy to future-proof themselves against, the downturn of the pay-per-view revenue thing.
What would you say the name of the Marvel guy who owns the most?
Ike Perlmutter.
Okay.
Something like that.
He made a good deal for himself.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Apparently,
he is a notorious... he's very frugal.
Did he
cuts costs?
Did he?
They said that his parties, like the food at his parties, is like ridiculously not extravagant. It's like Oscar Mayer wieners and shit.
Did he just take stock then for the transaction?
Something like that. Probably a ton of cash and a ton of stock.
Wow, that's a good deal for him. To be the largest holder of Disney stock, though, that's something else.
Yeah.
Or the largest individual, probably. I guess.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Ethan, the Hard Cock Cafe Evans. Hey, friendos. Says friendo here. Must ask this when you were doing this by yourself.
Could be.
I'm back now. After watching some of the indies out there, it has made me ask whether a 3-man tag team championship could work in the WWE. If so, who in the current roster is the champion, the face tag team, and the heel?
I love it.
Cheers, friendos.
Absolutely. Give me a trios title. Why not?
Yes.
Let's do it.
We already have the New Day.
Obviously.
They're ready.
Sanity. Boom.
Yes.
Right there. I always said before they broke them up, but American Alpha put them with Shelton Benjamin.
Yes.
Be great.
Put the Shield back together.
Put the Shield back together. There you go.
Just one more belt for Rowan to win.
Yep. What did I say? The Metro Boys and
Brothers.
Ronda Rousey.
Brothers, yes.
And make it intergender.
Okay.
Yeah.
But who on the current roster need a face team and a heel team? Make them up of people who aren't currently in tag teams. Let's do that.
All right. Let's see if we can add one to the Ty Sammy thing. Ty, Sammy, and...
Dolph.
Oh, God. It's so boring. It's the worst.
Ty.
Have you seen Sammy's new shirt?
I just saw it on my iPad.
It looks like a high schooler drew it. I
I
don't know. I'm sure that's probably... there's probably a story behind it.
Who's another NXT alum that's not doing much on SmackDown that could join with Sammy and Ty? Make it like an NXT thing.
Oh, Kevin Owens.
He's doing something right now.
Yeah, he's pretty big.
But like Mojo. Like say Mojo, they get the Mojo Zack Ryder storyline done with. Have Mojo join.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Mojo, Ty, and Sammy.
That's the most random trios I've ever heard in my life.
But they have a unifying thing, and that's their time in NXT.
That's true. That is true. Right? Like, this isn't no hamburger artwork. That's not Schamberger.
No.
You know what I mean?
Is there anything on the back? Just his logo?
This little flag, little Sammy flag. Like, I like it because it looks like a high schooler drew it.
Yeah.
But it looks like a high schooler drew it. I'm just really, I don't know. Like, look at the little fist right there. Like,
yeah.
I can draw better than that. And is that supposed to be Sammy?
I really liked his In Zane shirt he had in NXT.
Yeah, me too.
That was a really good shirt.
Have you ever seen the Miami Connection? Have you heard of it? It's that movie that Draft House brought back to life.
I've heard about that, yeah.
We were watching it the other night. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. This shirt reminds me of that.
So heels. We need 3 heels to join forces to form a 6-person tag team.
Well, Baron Corbin can't because he's a lone wolf.
It's lone wolf. I think it's somebody on team on Raw.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking of on Raw.
Put the Wyatt family back together. Boom, done.
Done. Right there. Yeah, Wyatt family. What are you talking about? Of course.
That guy. We all want AJ versus Shinsuke at WrestleMania, but who do you want to go over? Book who wins and how to keep the feud going. I would think Nakamura would have to win. No, he won the first. Well, he won their match in New Japan, but that's not canon.
That's not canon.
In WWE, at least. I would think AJ, granted, Nakamura is popular, but AJ is a more established star. So I would think Nakamura would have to go over WrestleMania.
So check this out.
What?
Perlmutter.
Yeah.
He received $800 million in cash and $590 million in Disney stock.
Wow.
And yet he did not want a seat on Disney's board of directors. He's just chilling.
Well, how much cash? 800?
$800 million in cash. 590 in Disney stock.
Wow.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, so book Shinsuke AJ.
I mean, they're already planting the seeds. They're doing a good job already.
Yeah, so we go through what I think you mentioned before. What, AJ wins the Rumble, something like that? Goes on to face Nakamura at WrestleMania. And
Nakamura goes over.
Nakamura goes over. Then they feud for the next year.
Yes,
and then
next
AJ
WrestleMania.
picks up the next
AJ
one.
goes over. Feud again for a year. Every year, the main event of WrestleMania, the same main event.
Yeah. And during this time, Nakamura debuts the new branch of Chaos.
Yes.
During this time, AJ reunites with the club.
Yes.
Forming Ammo Club. They trade spots. AJ ends up in Chaos. Nakamura ends up in Ammo Club.
Okay.
Then he renames it Naka Club. Shin Club. Naka Club. It's all good stuff.
Okay.
Writes itself.
I think we
just gave more to WWE creative.
Solid booking for the next year. A really rough kind of sketch for the rest of eternity.
It's a 3-year treatment plan.
Dale Lockwood. What do you think of the rumors that CM Punk is joining Bullet Club in Chicago in the Punk colors?
Red Club. CM Punk. Carl Anderson.
Can I finish the question?
Doc Gallows.
And the Punk colors Bullet Club shirt.
So
I think it would
real.
be great just to see him back, especially in Bullet Club, in Ring of Honor and New Japan. So I guess it started out with the Young Bucks mocked up a Bullet Club shirt with the Chicago flag.
Yeah, that's good.
Which was what the CM Punk's gear was inspired by. So kind of the light blue, the red, and the white. I believe that's what, look it up, Chicago's city flag looks like. So that was the first thing they got that mocked up and put on. Yes,
Boom.
exactly.
Boom.
Put on Twitter by the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Next, Marty Skrull.
Yeah.
I assume he got the guy that designs all the shirts. And so it was kind of the same thing, especially towards the top. At the bottom, instead of having the two machine guns crossed, it was CM Punk's arms.
It was rad.
It was an awesome shirt.
Great shirt.
And underneath said "Best in the World."
Yeah, he should come back just so that to ensure that shirt gets made.
I know, because I would buy like 5 of those.
We should just make them.
They were fantastic. Well, I don't think we could do that, dude.
Sure, we could.
We could sell them.
Wait, no, we couldn't sell them. We could make them for ourselves, though.
Okay.
Who's going to stop us? I'll wear that shit.
Okay.
Be like, where'd you get that shirt? It's $75 out of my trunk. Oh, are you kidding me? Go to the NXT show, $75 out of my trunk.
Bad idea.
People throwing money at you.
Yeah, they would. So what do we think? Love it.
Oh, yeah, it's
CM
great.
Punk, please join Bullet Club.
Please join Bullet Club. That'd be great. Are you kidding me?
And those shirts, both the ones the Young Bucks put up, the one Marty Skrull put up, both look fantastic.
Where do you think you're going?
But especially the one Marty Skrull put up. That was fantastic. Yeah, I'd be all about that. Got a couple video questions, Steve. Would you like to answer them?
Would you like to look at the television, Mr. Lee?
First, from Patrick Sparks. Let's see what Patrick Sparks has to say.
Hey, friendos, Pat here. Larson, hope you had a great time on vacation. Glad to see you back. But I got a question for you guys. So I was listening to Edge and Christian's podcast the other day, and they were talking about wrestling injuries. And they were talking about Magnum TA. And it got me to thinking. Magnum TA was huge. And then he got in his car accident, and it ruined his career, obviously. But Kerry Von Erich, who they were also talking about, was also fucking huge. And he got into a motorcycle accident and had to have his foot amputated. And then continued his career for a little while before the whole Von Erich tragedy. You know how that goes. But my question for you is, who would have had the bigger career if they didn't get injured in their accidents? Kerry Von Erich or Magnum TA? It's a tough one to answer. But, secondary question, who had the better career before having to end it due to injury or subsequent injuries leading to painkillers and shit? But, Edge or Davey Boy Smith? What do you guys think? Thanks, friendos. Glad you're back, Larson. And good job on going in Steve. Bye.
Hey, friendos. Okay, so the first question with regards to Kerry Von Erich.
Well, let's answer the second question first because that's a much easier question to answer.
Edge.
Okay, moving on.
Edge probably had the best career of anybody in the history of professional wrestling.
He did a lot of neat things.
Well, number one, I think he wore like the most legitimate gold, meaning he didn't book himself to win, or he didn't, it's not Jerry Jarrett booking Jeff Jarrett to win 50 titles.
I mean, anybody in WWE that spent their entire career in WWE, no one's won more belts than Edge.
Exactly. So, boom, best career ever. So Edge, definitely.
Yes.
What did Bulldog give? Who is Bulldog? What is that?
British Bulldog, Davey Boy Smith.
What is that?
He was there when the Shockmaster debuted.
I remember him now.
Okay.
He yelled a lot.
Yes. First part of the question. This one will take a lot more discussion. Who would have had the better career if they had not gotten injured?
Here's the thing about Kerry Von Erich. If I recall correctly, I don't think his foot being gone, did that relate to his suicide in terms of, because he lost the foot long before he committed suicide.
Yeah.
He wrestled like a lot of the matches you've seen. If you've seen Kerry Von Erich matches, chances are he didn't have a foot. And you just didn't know it because he was that good. He was ridiculously good.
Well, didn't he get addicted to
I think
pills
he got
or something like that?
I think, but I
was that in relation to
I don't know.
the foot injury?
It was so long after. I don't know that I mean, I'm sure just wrestling injuries in general. I think there was a specific reason. I just don't remember what it was. But here's the question you want to ask. Because I honestly don't think that Kerry Von Erich's foot being amputated
necessarily held him back.
Affected his career that much.
Yeah.
Like, what more could he have done? He was still a spectacular wrestler.
Yeah.
So the question is, how far could Magnum TA have gone?
Yes.
And would that have been more than WWE Intercontinental Champion?
Yeah. More than NWA champion.
He was an NWA champion. He was the centerpiece of an entire very successful promotion.
Yeah.
So the jury's out on that. I mean, we did a little bit of there is no perfect consensus on if Magnum TA was even going to win the NWA title.
Yeah, depending on what you hear and who you hear it from, there could be people saying yes, he was being groomed for a top spot, and then others seem a bit more pessimistic about that assessment.
I mean, when we were looking into it, it seemed like he might have been able to take the spot that Ronnie Garvin had.
Yeah.
And probably with more success because Ronnie Garvin, I think, was sort of viewed as a transitional champion kind of. Because Flair had the belt always then. But back then, the face would chase the belt.
So, Von Erich had his foot amputated in 86. He didn't even join the WWE till 1990.
Right. And then he committed suicide in 93.
Yeah.
So he had a motorcycle accident. Maybe that was... Okay, yeah. So in 86... Oh, okay. So there was the amputated foot. He already had two brothers who committed suicide.
But after they took his foot, he became addicted to painkillers.
Okay.
And then he was arrested.
Followed by drug problems,
of which resulted in probation. And then he got arrested the second time, which would have led to extensive jail time.
Okay, so I mean, the question is, was the foot a direct result? Was his drug addiction problem a direct result of his foot? Maybe, maybe not. Wrestlers have kept their feet and fell into drug problems.
Yeah, it could have been a combination of foot injury, the kind of tragic, not just kind of the tragic history of his family. Mm-hmm. Could have been a lot of things.
Could have been a lot of things.
Life on the road, which isn't easy. Could have been a lot of factors.
All that being said, he ended up being WWE Intercontinental Champion. Kerry Von Erich always struck me, and I'm not like an expert on the guy. But seeing him in WWE, he strikes me as a very Texas-specific wrestler. Like, people in Texas loved him so much, but he seems like very much a product of Texas, And so, I don't know that he ever, I mean, it was 1990 was a pretty stacked time for the WWE anyways. Mm-hmm. And so, I don't know. Magnum TA, on the other hand, I don't know. I have no idea. Like, he could have been the next Barry Windham, which is a good career. I don't know. What do you think? Barry Windham, where do you put Barry Windham better or not than Kerry Von Erich?
I'll put a pipe on I'll put Kerry Von Erich above Barry Windham.
Yeah, me too. More iconic.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what if Barry Windham died in 1993?
Yeah, I know.
But Kerry seemed like he was like a rock star.
Yeah, but a lot of but that was largely in WCCW.
I know.
Once he got to WWE, it wasn't quite the same.
Right.
But
and Magnum TA was kind of a rock star in the NWA.
he was starting to become
a
rock star.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hard to tell. To a certain degree, I think we saw what Kerry's ceiling was.
Yeah, I think so.
And it was impressive.
Yeah.
But I don't know if we ever got to see what Magnum TA's ceiling was.
Yeah, I know.
So it's hard to make an assessment of who would have had a better career if not for injury or whatnot. Yeah. Because we never saw both competitors' ceilings.
The answer is Kerry Von Erich. He was iconic. He was like a rock star, man.
I'm going to say Magnum TA.
Oh, wow. Okay, interesting. That's our predictions. We'll find out next week. Okay, next question is from
Jordan Carter.
Hello. Welcome back, Mr. Cotter. That's Cotter.
Cotter. Welcome back.
Yeah, Jordan, let's see what Jordan has to say.
Hey, friendos. How do you think WWE would be different if they had New Japan's creative? What do you think would change? What do you think would be different? And do you think it would work? Thanks.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thanks, Jordan.
How would WWE be different if they utilized New Japan-style creative booking?
If Gato was in charge?
Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. That'd be rad. It'd be awesome.
Wouldn't be any of there would be none of the soap opera crap.
Nope. None of that.
It'd all be about competition.
Yep.
In the ring.
Yep. Yeah.
The focus would be entirely on what happens in the ring, for the most part. And there's backstage stuff. There's some promos.
I wonder is there any part, do you think, I wonder if there's any part of Gato being evidently the head booker of the most exciting promotion in the world right now. Is there any part of him that like looks at WWE's product and says, A, I could do a lot with that, or B, be kind of fun to do those goofy backstage segments?
That's a good question. I don't know.
Because I mean, obviously, like the Japanese crowd, the New Japan crowd would probably be like hugely turned off by that because it just isn't their thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it'd be the same way, honestly, and sadly for a lot of people, if all of a sudden the WWE stopped doing those backstage silly vignettes, which everybody's grown accustomed to. I would miss them. I'd be like, man, I remember when that shit was hella cheesy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just one of the conventions of WWE that we've gotten used to.
Yeah.
We just know that for the product, or we know that as part of the product. But I wonder if there's ever like, hey, that would be a challenge for me. I wonder if I could book that kind of stuff.
Maybe. I mean, in terms of WWE kind of emulating or in some ways doing something similar to New Japan, like Heyman's run as SmackDown writer, focused on interesting characters and the action in the ring.
Absolutely, yeah.
And I don't think you need these huge elaborate backstage storylines to motivate the action in the ring and tell interesting stories in the ring.
We should go back and watch some of those old SmackDowns and see like if they had silliness going on too.
I'm sure there was, because there's silliness in ECW.
There's always silliness. Yeah, but ECW, I still say, man, it's weird to me. Somebody had this question, I think for Meltzer on Twitter, where they said, I always clue into things that I'm fascinated by. Because like when we went back and watched some of that old ECW stuff, like the little Pulp Fiction or the Dick Dale scored vignettes are so cool.
Yeah,
they are cool.
Well, I like how in that episode of ECW they had the first 45 minutes of the show was all wrestling.
Yeah,
and then the last 10 minutes of it was a bunch of promo stuff, and it was an interesting way to construct the show.
Yeah, I think of like WCPW, for example. They do a really good job of that, where they intersperse, like, they do backstage stuff, but it's a bit more like how TNA did it, like sort of flying the wall kind of thing. Mm-hmm. But like just like really cool characters talking to the camera, but like stylistically lit. Yeah. Almost like nobody does anything that like looks cool, I don't think. I can't think of any. I'm sure there's maybe some out there, but like ECW did it so cool on such a budget that anybody could do nowadays.
I know.
It's like, I don't know. It just seems like it's so, you take any promotion and do something cool with it,
I think the ingredients are there for Lucha Underground because the way they shoot their backstage
stuff.
Oh
yeah, no,
it's like a movie.
No, that's on a whole different sphere.
Yeah.
That's like super cool. But I'm just thinking like, promotion here like Supreme Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
We could take that and make it look cool as shit. We don't have time, and I'm not going to presume to take somebody else's promotion. I'm just saying, if some small promotion would team up with like some like filmmaking minded people,
yes,
who had an affinity for ECW style shit, somebody can come up with some cool shit these days.
Yes,
like PWG's DVDs. It shows you the action, and that's all you need, really.
Mm-hmm.
But how much cooler could it be?
Mm-hmm.
In terms of like, I don't know.
Well, I think there's a stark difference in the DVDs. Watching it that way as opposed to being there. I don't really know if there's a way that you could.
You're right. You're right.
You can encapsulate the energy of being in that building and also do a good job of showing the matches.
I know. You're right. I mean, I think PWG, and I have no idea, but maybe that's their purpose, is to simply provide a one of a kind. I mean, an ECW-esque live experience.
Yes.
TV be damned or DVDs be damned.
Yeah.
All right, you ready to do non-news?
Yeah, we got to stop this, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's not one show. It's two shows.
All right, that's fine. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.